Plaza Ministry operator in Wrightsville charged. What started the investigation into the 62-year-old and ended up leading to his arrest. An extra protection could come to farmers in Georgia. The bill lawmakers are considering right now at the state capitol.
It's Friday, which means it's time for our School of the Week. This School of the Week is taking the meaning of STEM to the next level. I'm going to tell you who they are in just a few minutes.
And not only are we celebrating the School of the Week, we're also celebrating your accomplishments. We'll keep the party going in this half hour.
Well, good morning. You are looking live over a party in the sky right now. The sunrise in downtown Macon just gorgeous. It is 6:30 on this Friday, March the 4th. I'm Caitlin Heck. Let's head on over to Courtney. She has a look at your forecast. A beautiful forecast on the way too, Courtney.
That's right. Yeah, this really setting the precedent for not only your Friday, but really the rest of the weekend. I love this sunrise. It looks like nice pink and purple in the sky. Very pretty. Hopefully that can make you smile this morning as you get ready to head out the door for Friday. That's a reason to smile within itself. And we do, as you can see, between School of the Week celebrations, we have lots of fun coming for the show. So hopefully you'll stick around with us. 43 right now in the city of Macon. Area wide, low to mid 40s. You will need the jacket this morning. 45 in Warner Robins, 44 in Gordon, 48 in Butler, 42 down in Cordele and in Rochelle, and 45 in Wrightsville. As we go through the day today, what you're seeing on live radar, nothing at all. You guessed it. That's what's going to be on the way again today. Lots of sunshine. A very mild morning will be in the 60s by 9. Breezy this afternoon. Wind gusts upwards of 15 miles per hour will be possible. Most of us will head into the 80s today. If you're north of Macon, expect to be in the mid 70s. We will have a wedge build in today. And then as we head into the weekend, we keep the sunshine going. But next week, that's where the changes lie. I'll have those details for you in a few minutes.
Stuff came to light that there may be something inappropriate going on there.
This morning, we're continuing coverage on a home for the disabled in Johnson County, whose owner now faces child cruelty charges. We now know more about what started the investigation into King's Cleft back in January. Johnson County Chief Deputy Sammy Young says it began because of a 14-year-old who lived there. He says they checked out the home after the teen ran away several times.
But the last time he ran away, this juvenile committed an act of burglary. So that brought a criminal petition for juvenile court and allowed juvenile authorities to conduct interviews.
The GBI got involved in the investigation after that. The agency announced earlier this week they arrested 62-year-old David Fahey. He is the owner of King's Cleft. Along with child cruelty charges, investigators also charged him with felony false imprisonment. The investigation also included Fahey's wife, Kathy, but the GBI says she died during their investigation. Chief Deputy Young would not describe the alleged abuse at the home. The kids who lived there were put into the custody of the Division of Family and Children's Services. Now to 3 other headlines we are following this morning. A Byron woman now faces a murder charge in connection to her father's death. The Crawford County Sheriff's Office says they got a call to a welfare check at a home on Bobby Circle in Byron Wednesday afternoon. Deputies found 76-year-old Johnny Johnson on the floor shot. He died there. The Sheriff's Office requested the GBI to investigate. Authorities charged Johnson's daughter, 48-year-old Tara Upchurch, in connection to his death. She is now in custody awaiting her first court appearance. Investigators are still looking into what led to that shooting. And what started as a shoplifting call at a Home Depot in Macon ended with a car chase through 3 counties and a crash. So here's video of the end of that chase. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office believes the driver stole $1,200 worth of power tools from the Home Depot on Presidential Parkway. He then led deputies on a chase through Bibb, Monroe, and Jones counties. Jones County investigators say the man, 49-year-old Stephen Law of Hinesville, drove on the wrong side of Gray Highway near Highway 18 before crossing the median and hitting a patrol car. He hit a second patrol car as he tried to get away again. Deputies recovered the stolen goods and found that Law drove a stolen car. He faces charges including fleeing law enforcement and felony shoplifting. We will have to wait another month to learn if anything will happen with Macon Water Authority board member Desmond Brown. The board's investigating him for possible ethics violations. Members are considering asking the governor to remove him from office, but they held off on a decision in their meeting last night. Instead, they are waiting for more information. The board's next meeting is April 7th. You can get a more in-depth look at the case in this story on 13WMAZ.com. And in news from across Georgia, lawmakers are considering a lot of legislation up at the state capitol. So let's catch you up on 3 bills that we're following this morning. An effort's underway in the Georgia General Assembly to streamline and improve the process for people who have been wrongfully convicted and claim compensation from the state. A bill currently pending in the State House would create a specialized review panel for claims and provide specific criteria for the consideration of awarding payment. And a bill that could give farmers in the Peach State greater protection from lawsuits by neighbors now heads to the Georgia Senate. The State House passed House Bill 1150 yesterday. It would prohibit a farm from being deemed a nuisance if it's operated for a year or longer. Supporters say they want to ensure family farms remain working and don't get driven out of business by neighbors who don't like their practices. Opponents say existing law protects farmers from nuisance lawsuits. An amended Georgia budget that includes pay boosts for some employees nears passage. The spending plan passed the state Senate yesterday. The House must agree to the Senate changes in House Bill 910 before the measure then heads to Governor Brian Kemp. The bill covers the budget year ending in June. The legislation includes $5,000 pay boosts for university and state agency employees, $2,000 bonuses to teachers, and $1,000 bonuses to other K-12 workers. Well, a new amphitheater is on its way to the Macon Mall area, and the Macon-Bibb Urban Development Authority urges you to voice your opinions on the project. Yesterday, people had a chance to share their ideas on the venue, expected to hold up to 10,000 people. The Urban Development Authority held 2 public sessions for the revitalization project. People who went got to see the plans and talk about possible concerns with the new entertainment venue. Executive Director of the Urban Development Authority, Alex Morrison, says he wants everyone to feel at home at the amphitheater.
We want to know what type of artist it is that you want to see is on this stage, and we want to know what your concerns are that might prevent you from coming, and how could we address those. What would make you feel like this is an amphitheater that belongs to you as a citizen of this community?
You can find out more about the project in this story on 13WMAZ.com. And from the sound of music to sights in the Emerald City, the 57th annual St. Patrick's Festival in Dublin continues this weekend. Tonight, you can join the fun at Pig in the Park Barbecue Championship. You'll find 30 teams set up to be in the barbecue competition. Family fun starts tonight at 7 with kiddie rides, food vendors, and live music. Judging for the barbecue competition starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. Also tomorrow, you can sham rock and roll on over to the Music and Munchies event. Gates open at 5, tickets are $10, and you can expect several food vendors offering seafood, barbecue, and all kinds of sweets as well. The time is 6:37. All kinds of fun in Dublin. You have First Friday in Macon and Milledgeville. So many things happening this weekend.
That's right. I know there's a story walk in Perry going on this weekend in downtown
list goes
Perry.
on and on.
That's right. So, and you really need to take advantage of these events because the weather is going to be wonderful this weekend. Get out and enjoy it. And today is no exception. So yes, like we said, First Friday in downtown Macon tonight. I believe their theme is Dr. Seuss on the loose. Yeah, that's fun. That's always a good time. And the weather is going to be great for it. By 5 o'clock when everything kicks off, temperature is still going to be in the 80s. Lots of sunshine. The sun sets just around 6:30 tonight. So fairly early, those mornings, sunrises getting a little bit later. And of course, our sunsets getting earlier. Or no, our sunrise is getting earlier and our sunsets getting earlier as well. So I know a lot of you probably excited to have the sun set later. Y'all, my brain is not working this morning. We're just going to forget I said that, and we're going to move on to the forecast. Goodness gracious me. First Friday in downtown Macon, wonderful. Get out and enjoy it if that is in your plans today. A beautiful sunrise underway to start the morning. Dublin again showing off, glowing out there for the morning. 43 right now in the city of Dublin. A cold start to the day. Area-wide, generally low to mid-40s. We're at 43 in Macon, 45 in Warner Robins and in Unadilla. 47 in Roberta, 44 in Gordon, and 46 in Milledgeville. We do have a couple of changes on the way to the forecast. Not that we're going to not have a beautiful day, but high pressure is going to push this front off to the south, and what that's going to do is a few things. It's going to build in a wedge, so if you're north of Macon, expect to be cooler, but it's also going to offer us a breeze. So as high pressure battles this area of lower pressure along this front, pressure differences create wind. So do expect wind gusts upwards of 15 miles per hour as we go through the day. Now let's take you through it. So again, high pressure filters in, gives us that cooler air if you're north of Macon, and I say cool very relatively. You're still going to be in the mid 70s, otherwise expect low 80s. This front is going to lift north through the weekend, and what that's going to do is pull in very warm air, so expect another warming trend through the weekend, and we're also going to start to pick up that humidity just slightly. It's not going to be uncomfortable, but you'll notice at least a little more moisture in the air. Temperatures today, again, mid 70s north of town, otherwise low 80s, lots of sunshine. The weekend, low to mid 80s. Continuing our sunny streak of weather. It's going to be beautiful, so get out and enjoy it. Next week brings a different story. Here comes a cold front that's going to bring the potential for severe weather to our west. Right now, none of our activity next week looks to bring us the potential for severe weather. Now that could change, so just stay tuned to the forecast, but right now seems like that's going to stay to our south or to our west. Once that front comes through, though, we're not done with the rain. It does look like we are going to have a low pull in a lot of Gulf moisture as we head into the middle of next week. So some very beneficial rainfall. Some spots could pick up over an inch of rain, and it will put us back in the 60s as we head into Tuesday. In the meantime, enjoy all the sunshine and 80s that'll carry us through the weekend because rain does return next week.